Sultan of Sokoto warns Yoruba elders. Nigeria didn't defeat the Igbos alone, it was a global alliance. The Sultan of Sokoto has issued a strong caution to Yoruba elders and political leaders, urging them to avoid statements or actions that could reignite ethnic tensions with the Igbo people. His remarks, which have generated widespread discussion across Nigeria, revisited the historical realities of the Nigerian Civil War 1967 to 1970. Speaking during a private gathering with Northern and Southern community leaders, the Sultan emphasized that it would be misleading to claim that Nigeria's victory over Biafra was achieved solely through its own military strength. Let us be honest with history. The Sultan stated Nigerians did not fight and defeat the Igbos alone. Biafran, Britain, America, and several others world powers played critical roles in suppressing the Biafran resistance. On their own, no African nation could have defeated the Igbos in a direct war. He went on to praise the resilience and determination of the Igbo people, describing them as a community that has consistently demonstrated exceptional strength and endures even under extreme conditions. The Igbos fought for nearly 3 years, despite international blockades, limiting food supplies and minimal weapon access. The Sultan continued, no other African nation in history has withstood much pressure and survived for that long. It is why talk of fighting them again is not only reckless, but historically ignorant. According to him, the Civil War should be remembered not as the triumph of one region over another, but as a painful chapter that underscores the need for unity and understanding among Nigerian people. Okay? According to him, the Civil War should be remembered not as a triumph, but as a painful chapter that underscores the need for unity and understanding among Nigeria's diverse ethnic groups. The Sultan concluded by calling on all ethnic leaders, particularly within the Yoruba and Igbo regions, to prioritize dialogue, peace, and national cohesion over divisive rhetoric. His comments have since stirred mixed reactions online, with some commenting his honesty about Nigeria's war history, while others argue that the issue should remain in the past to prevent reopening old wounds. Exactly, that one, I think it should be like that, and rather than reopening old wounds. But it is well. Ogunmori Yele says, this Sultan is seeking for cheap reference. Deborah was murdered within your caliphate. You said nothing because of bigotry. Don't think any Igbo can fall for this trickish deceit. After this says, Sai Sultan, Sai Baba, live long. Who besides Sultan, Sai Baba? Akbawa says, the Sultan doesn't know the history of the Biafra war, please. Sultan, let us think of transportation and no impediment, please. He said, why Odumegu Ojukwu fled to Ivory Coast for exile, and why Effiong surrendered and captured to Gowon by Olusegun Obasanjo? Why? Why? Marvelous, beggy. Stephen Igube says, stay for the gods. Perry Martin says, yet Mondays are clamoring to be united while it is not true. The Yorubas have shown it clearly, although no hard feelings about that. Okay? Fab Dewashe says, the state should stop talking nonsense. Ndo Cheke says, they just slaughtered them. You just slaughtered them. Shame on you people. At favor, Jacob, between Yoruba and your generation, which is called tribe generation, using well now, Yorubas are well known all over the world, all over. They are blessed, prosperous, and successful compared to your tribe, not for one atrocity or the other. Hey, it is a... At Adebenga says, there can't be peace until Igbos are allowed to go and form their Biafra. Igbos are evil, Nigeria cannot tolerate them any longer. They should be allowed to go. Now wow. I've sent something says, okay, go and sit down. You are among the people who worsened the situation of Nigeria by not speaking up for a long time. Where were you when Buhari was in power? Guest 537 says, Odumegu Ojukwu used to say that no country in Black Africa could defeat Biafra. Thanks also for telling stuff we are made up with a stitch in time, says me. Ayala says, just leave them or let them continue to be lousy as usual. Yoruba is not at all with anybody. It is certain that nobody holds monopoly of war or anything. If the Igbo think war is best option, they should bring it up and let's see who blinks first. Nobody should threaten Yoruba or any part of Nigeria with war. Shebi na everybody go collect. Stopping talking like you have immunity of death in war. We know the devastating effects of war, hence the avoidance. But if you take that for cowardice, sorry is your name. I like that. Anande says, let's who has yet to hear. If this happens now, I'm sure most countries won't support Nigeria again. I say, so let's see how then we'll stop Biafra. And Ms. Davis says, divide and rule as the Sultan, the old Fulani chick. No one is impressed. Pablo says, keep yourself within your hemisphere, warn your people and stop talking to your boss. Can blind man be warning those whose eyes are wide open? Don't mind him. Pedro says, they need to be reminded over what happened during the Biafra war. As Jaffe says, Sultan has said it all, the truth. God bless you forever. Obe says, all these years, why saying all this now? I'll never take Sultan for serious in anything. He's a hypocrite, anti-Christians, and selfish bigots who can sacrifice entire Nigeria for the sake of Islamic or not. Is now trying to set Igbo and Yoruba against each other for cheap political interest. He must clear himself from the allegations set the NSA on importing bandits to house GEG. Afala replied him and says, God bless you, sir. He's playing stupid political game. There was when those Amajiri boys were killing all innocent Sultanas in the north. Paul says, let's forgive our bitter and ugly past and embrace sincere national integration for a better and prosperous new year. Are we ready to do that? Can we actually forgive the past? Akomo says, I'm proud of Yoruba, that Yoruba like Igbo, but all Hausa no like Igbo. As Akomo says, from the independence, Hausa no like Igbo. Since that time to today, Igbo is not like Igbo at all. Just let everyone know that Yoruba like Igbo, it is true. High Talk Sultan of Sokoto is a political man. Oshimeze says, the wise man understands that the only way to keep Africa in perpetual slavery is to destroy the resilient and courageous spiritedness of the Igbo people, whom they knew represent the hope of the black race from European capacity. Benjamin says, I'm from the Middle Belt and I've lived in the region. Honestly, Yoruba people are more terrible than others. Wow, really? You no go notice their own because they are pretentious and cunning. Nah, wow. Everybody is terrible. It is not a tribe thing. It is an individual thing. But the way people generalize, it is well. It is well. Bible says, please remove the speck in your eyes before warning those at peace with themselves. Listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.